big draw throughout the season. You look at the three people that watch them times about, I don't know, a good 100,000 more. Who's the biggest key for this team this month?
This month?
Everyday player?
Anybody you want.
Okay.
Biggest key for the first month of the season.
I'm going to say Joe Nathan. I think that you got to have a guy at the back end that you know come the ninth inning is going to stop people, and the dead arm is a concern. Bullpen's been bad. If they bring in, a Kroll in the eighth and he gives up a run, you got a one-run lead now, maybe 5-4, 4-3 game.
Yep. He's
just a stabilizer, man. He's an all-star and a guy that you didn't have to worry about, and we've had to worry about him a little bit early. So I'll go with Joe Nathan.
That's a good one. I'll say Austin Jackson because he's playing every single inning. He helps the middle of that order. He's a guy who can really help the left field deficiencies like Rajay Davis, so I'll say Austin Jackson. I think he's important from here on out.
The biggest problem, I think, with Nathan, when you talk about the surefire factor that he brought to the table, we're talking about him 2 games in, 3 games in, about being a big worry.
His velocity's down than it was a year ago. And when he admitting on a national radio show that his arm is dead, and then he pitches that day, it's a little bit of a concern. Because you thought, we don't have to worry about Nathan, we got to worry about the other guys. Now he's a concern, at least for right now.
He'll be all right.
I think so, too.
Yeah. Nathan Jackson. Masters Sunday, not exactly the same aura that it has about it in the past years because Tiger Woods is missing it for the first time in over a decade. That being said, it's Sunday. Who's your pick?
Matt Kuchar. Georgia Tech guy. I'll take Matt Kuchar. Plus, he's an American. Always root for the red, white, and blue.
You get 30 seconds. You just used about 5.
Oh, sorry. That's really all I need. You want me to break down his short game? Larry, can you help me out with that? How about him off the tee, right down the middle? I don't know. Look, Matt Kuchar because I like him. How's that? That's good enough for me.
It's going to be a slow Sunday. The ratings aren't going to be there. People aren't going to be talking about this Masters unless there's a great finish. Who's your pick?
I'm just disappointed that the sport of golf, and look, I'm not a big Tiger Woods fan, but I would watch if he were there. And I love Phil Mickelson, and him not being there, I think really hurts the sport. I'm getting tired of one-time winner, and then they disappear and finish 18th or 20th, but make a lot of money. I think it's a problem in the sport. I think Bubba Watson winning would be great because he's already won a green jacket, and maybe we could get some sort of rivalry when Tiger comes back. I think the sport's being hurt by the fact that these guys win one, and then as long as they finish 15th to 30th, they cash in. And it bores me.
How's that any different than any other sport?
Well,
where teams roll and they get to a really good place, and then you get a free agent who decides to leave. How's that any different?
The Detroit Pistons are finishing 18th in the NBA. They get to go. They're going home. You finish 18th in pro golf, you make a lot of dough. I think some of these guys,
sure you do. But you're also paying for a lot of your own expenses and things like that.
Like Wojo calls them country club softies. I think that's what it's turned into. As long as you cash in,
how's that any different than it's always been?
No.
Is this revolutionary about golf?
No, there have been plenty of guys that have won multiple majors, and we've had good rivalries. So the last few years, guys win one and then they're done.
Arnie's Army back here.
That's right.
Crying out loud.
I want.
Jeez, this is no different than it's been the last 20 years.
From country club softies to the Detroit Pistons. Some would put them maybe in similar category this year. The 8th pick is not a lock until those lottery balls are drawn.
Right.
But the tanking effort could still be there. 2 games left. How bad can this thing go? With just 2 games to go.
Look, it's already really bad. This is a team that needs all kinds of help. You got to go out. You got to get a guy like Lindsay from San Antonio to run your team as a general manager. You need a head coach like a Lionel Hollins, and you got to make sure you get the right free agent. Chandler Parsons would be good. You got to make the right draft pick, a Gary Harris who defends and can shoot from the wing. All those things. I don't look at it so much as a negative, Brad, as I do as this is beginning the rebuilding process. Now what do? Who do you keep? Who do you let go? Who are you going to attract to come to your franchise?
We've been hearing rebuilding for way too long.
I know.
I think that's
you're
the
right.
biggest problem.
You're right.
When they tried to rebuild, and that didn't go very
well. The culture is horrible, and that's a problem. It's one thing to lose and to tank, but to still have some sort of an eye towards the end of the tunnel. And right now, this is really bad, and everybody's finger pointing from the top to the players. And when players mess up, there's got to be consequences. When Brandon Jennings, jacks around for a week, and then is on Twitter after a loss an hour afterwards posting selfies, somebody in the organization has got to put these guys in place. To me, I'd blow the thing up. I'd keep Drummond, Singler, and KCP, let the rest walk.
We need to get a graphic. Matt Derry, selfie hater.
Oh, selfies are cool, but
selfies are cool, just not after a loss.
I think Shep agrees, man. I'm from the old school. You lose a game, you should be upset on the bus ride.
No, look, I agree, but to your golf point, that's been happening in the NBA for a long time where teams are tanking on purpose, or we get the sense that they're tanking on purpose.
But this team isn't.
No, it's not. And you're right. Those 3 guys, I keep too. Look, I also keep Tony Mitchell, but that's not like he's going to necessarily help my team next year, but I keep him as a developmental guy.
All right, we can't put these guys in a ring, and we can't get Manny Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather in the ring together, which is too bad. Pacquiao beat Timothy Bradley last night to keep his streak alive, to get back in the great graces, blah, 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 blah. Does boxing matter if these two don't get in? Because the biggest thing for me, they're getting older. So even if they get back in the ring, will it save boxing?
Well, he won the first round. He won the first matchup, too. They just screwed him over. Look, this is a situation in sports that we're seeing on a pretty regular basis where there's plenty of controversy. Is it good for sports or not? It gives us something to talk about, something to debate. It gives fans a reason to show their emotion again. Manny Pacquiao won the first match with Bradley, and he won last night even more decisively. Do you need these guys? Probably, because they're names everybody recognizes, but boxing's gone without names for a long, long time. More people are into MMA and UFC than they are into WWF.
They got in the ring, though. Would it save the sport? Are we past that?
We need something. I mean, Shep is 100% right. I mean, we need something because, to be quite honest, the heavyweight division, I don't know who's in it. The Klitschko brothers?
Klitschko brothers. There
Are
you
they
go.
still around?
Yep.
It's an embarrassment.
Jerry Quarry?
I'm not going to pay money to watch Timothy Bradley. I have no idea who he is. They don't market the sport. To me, and I don't want to go back to, they need to put it on ABC World of Sports on a Saturday afternoon. No, but there needs to be some, if Pacquiao and Mayweather are the best, get them in the ring together and let's fight. But the heavyweight division's bad, and WWE is more popular. I know more wrestlers in boxing.
You know what, you touch on it. That's because it's on HBO. All the big fights are on HBO. When we were kids, they were on network television. We could all see it. Yeah.
Makes it a lot easier.
I know, I hate to go old school and old guy, but that's just the way it is.
Who is the heavyweight champion right now? Cricket, see? I mean, we don't know. We used to, remember when Tyson was? Nobody missed a Tyson fight.
Nobody missed a Leonard or a Hagler fight either.
Right.
Or a Hearns fight.
Last of the Fast Five. You ready?
Ready. Pernell Whitaker, go.
Boom. So the other night in Los Angeles, the Angels are playing against the Mets. Curtis Granderson goes back, 1 out, catches a ball.
Great glove.
It's Ty Cobb's glove, authentic. It's that.
I wonder how Josh Lewin called that play.
A fan grabs him,
wait.
wants the ball, and Granderson shoves him.
Was that it? Wait,
in.
did he want the ball? I saw him just go like this. And Granderson turns around and gives him a piece of his, mind. And rightfully so.
So here's my problem. How much is too much if you're a fan?
Well, ask a player that. Because a player doesn't want to have anything to do with that. There's metal detectors in a lot of these stadiums and arenas now for a reason. Players don't have time to worry about whether or not going into the stands trying to catch a foul ball or their momentum carrying from catching a fair ball is going to put them in harm's way. Curtis Granderson was dead on there. That guy had no right to touch him whatsoever. Players deserve it. If they're not going into the stands themselves to catch a foul ball or something like that, then they should be off limits. That guy was escorted. He should have been escorted out.
Safest place for a player should be on the field, period. I mean, Adam Jones of the Orioles said it last week. Fans are running on the field at Yankee Stadium, and Adam Jones went ballistic, and he should. Now, I think Adam Jones, because he was in New York and it's Yankees-Orioles, probably got a little bit crazy with it, but I liked it because he's right. Safest place should be on the field. The last thing we want is to put up netting and railings over everything.
Right.
That's the beauty of baseball. Stay off the field. And TV cameras don't show it anymore, so these jackasses that want to get on there, they don't show it anymore.
Right. That's good.
It is.
It's like streaking.
We're going to get to know
In the quad and
Well, all those people will run out of the field. TV cameras used to show it all the time. That's why a lot of people did it. They don't do that anymore. Hopefully it's cut down on that.
Let's get to know one of the newest Lions after the break. James E. Heddybo will not be streaking. He's keeping his clothes on for a one-on-one interview.
Where is he? Is he here?
With Tom Lydon, who's also keeping his clothes on. Get to know the new Lions safety that's going to be paired up with Glover Quinn. This is the Suburban Ford 7 Sportscape Lions.